everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video we have another exciting one. I have a palette here that I created myself. I've done this once before with this company and I'll link that video down in the description, but I was invited to create a new palette and I would never say no to an opportunity to create a new palette, especially with a brand that I've tried before and was impressed with. So today, look at what I've created. Today we are going to be playing with this. So I'll give you a bit of background before we get stuck into it. This is the look I've created, which I am in love with. This is by a company called Beautonomy, and as I say, I have covered them before on my channel. They've given me a discount code, which I'm going to put down in the description. So should you want to create a palette for yourself, you can use my discount code to get 10% off. But I'm going to show you, you know, the two different types of palettes that are available. And then we're going to create this look using my new palette. So if you didn't see my previous video, I did a video showing you this little baby. Now, when I created this palette, I wanted it to be understated. I wanted it to be, you know, just very elegant. So I've created like a marble effect with a very small being briny on it because I didn't want it to be too OTT. And then I went for a very basic palette design as well. So I just went for a pastel kind of palette. With these palettes, they are £24.99 before discount codes, and you get to design the front. So you can either use one of their pictures. So I used one of their stock photos for this. You can do writing on it, but equally you can put your own picture on it, and that includes obviously any graphics you like. So when I show you the new palette that I've created, I've got big writing on it and I've got big pictures on it because I've created it myself and then uploaded the design. On the smaller palette, you can also choose your names. So when I did this one last time, I did subscribe, being briny, beauty box, mystery box, YouTube, haul, unicorn because I like unicorns, and watermelon because I'm obsessed with watermelon. So that was the one that I did previous. So today we are playing with this one. So this is magnetic. So with that one, you get all your shades included for the price. So the small palette with all your shades, all the sort of graphics and everything are included as well. So you get to pick the colour and the font and the names of your shades. It also has a little mirror and you get to design the front. The back just remains white, but you get to put whatever you want on the front. And then with the bigger palette, this is magnetic. And this is completely magnetic. You can put your own shadows in here. You can put their shadows in here. In this one, I've got 8 shadows because Beautonomy kindly gifted me 8 shadows. So it's £24.99 plus you would add on, if you were going to buy any shadows to go with it, you would add on the price of the shadows as well. But you can just get the palette by itself and put your own shadows in it. So if you're looking for a magnetic palette and you've got shadows already that need a home, you can get one that's designed by you. So I did this in, I want to say I did this in Photoshop, but equally I may have designed this in PicMonkey. I'm not 100% sure because I use quite a few different graphics packages for my thumbnails. You don't have to be a computer genius to do something like this though. I certainly am not. What I did was literally a bit of text that was like pre-populated text. I just changed the colours, and obviously I found some eyelashes on the internet and I found some brushes on the internet and kind of did a crossover brushes situation. So I haven't actually drawn anything or anything like that. I've used the background design that I use on my channel art and things like that. I just wanted it to be quite in keeping with my channel, which I think it is. But yeah, it was very easy to do, and I just wanted it to be the opposite of this. So this was like understated. This was like being brownie in your face. So again, that was a pastel palette. So this time round I wanted to go for warm. So we went for these shades. Now, originally when I designed these shades, I was thinking like I'd use these three as the main and then put one of these, one of those, why can't I think of the name? I'm just too excited. So I was going to put one of those shimmers on the lid and then, you know, use these to create a nice sort of autumnal, wintry vibe. However, when it arrived, I could not sit there and not put all three of these shimmers on my eyes at the same time. So that's what I've done today. I've literally got this one as a transition slash used it to blend out as well, and then I've got these three colours on my eyes just because I wanted to play with them all, and there's nothing wrong with that. So next time I use this palette, I will be using more of the shades. I'm going to swatch these and then I will get into the video and show you how I've created this look today. But that's the one I've used on the middle of my eyelid, and it's very duochrome because on here it looks quite dark. On the middle of my eyes it looks really light. So it's just because of the nature of the palette, because it is the shade, because it is quite duochrome. Then that was the next shade I've used, and that is the other shade. I'm going to list all the shade names in the description because they don't actually have shade names on the shades. The shade names are on the packaging, which I think I've thrown away now because I'm clever like that. But I've got them written down somewhere. So we've got a matte, and there's a whole host of colours to choose from on the site. It's just what I was going for. I wanted a warm palette. This blending out shade probably won't show up. No, because that is the idea. It was designed to blend with my skin. Then we've got this colour. I remember this one's called Taxi, and I just thought it would be the most amazing bright yellow shade. And then the black. I probably should have tried this in advance and seen how black it is. Look at that. That looks really, really black. Wow. Okay. Look at that black. That is incredible. I am actually shook because I've not tried that black. I am shook. I can see myself taking that black out of this palette and having it just in my everyday makeup drawer loose, just so that I've got a decent black to hand, because that's one of the best ones in my collection. That is, yeah, I am really impressed with that black. So as I say, I will link all the shade names down in the description and sort of right next to them what they are. So I'll put the name and then put yellow, duochrome, black, whatever, so that you know what they equate to. Should you want to pick up any of these specific shades. And then obviously there are far more shades on the website than what I've picked. I've just gone for what I fancied. But there are cool tones, there are pastels, as I've shown in this palette. There are a plethora of different tones and colours. But yeah, I just love the idea of creating your own palette. I just think it's such an exciting idea. I feel like I need to go on and pick up some shades myself. So I may have to do this after this video and get some more shades to fill this up, because honestly, these are just amazing. So yeah, as I said, I will pop in the footage of me creating this look. Okay, so I'm very excited to get this on my face. Just please bear in mind that if you can see the semicircle on my eye, that is not a stain. That is abrasion / bruising, because the other day when I was doing a look that probably will be up by now, I'm not sure what order I'm doing in it might not be up by now. I was doing a look with this palette and I got a bit excited when I was trying to blend out one of the shades. It wasn't blending well. As always, I'm never sure whether it's me or the palette because I'm no expert. Anyway, I went a bit over the top and I over blended and made my eye really, really sore. So when I'm doing my look today, I'm going to be really, really careful of my eye, which means, well, I'm hoping I'll still get a decent look out of it, but I'm not going to blend for England today just because I don't want to, you know, make it any worse. I'm lucky I haven't got any blisters, I don't think. It is just literally sort of pink and then round here it's purple. So it is just a bruise, and because obviously it's an eyeshadow look, it's like a semicircle, which is insane. It's where I was blended, obviously. So yeah, let's just dive on in and let's get this look done. Now, when I ordered these shades, which I will show you now, I had a very specific look in mind, and now that I've got them, and let's be honest here, it's not because of the shades being wrong or anything like that, it's because of how beautiful the shimmers are. I pretty much want to use all the shimmers, so I probably won't be using these two shades today just because I want to use all three of these. So to start off with, we're going to use this one as a transition, and I'm literally going to be as light-handed as possible and as gentle as possible. I don't really want to do too much blending on this sore part of my eye. I mean, really, I could have been done with doing this on a different day, you know, when it's healed a bit, but I've had this palette a while, so I just need to, you know, get it done whilst my discount code is still valid. Should anyone be interested in picking a palette up, they can get it a bit cheaper. So as I say, I'm just going to be really, really gentle, and you might find when this look's finished that there is red shining through, and I can't really do anything about that because that is what my eye looks like. I mean, to think I actually have eyeshadow primer on my eye and it's still that colour. Yeah, I've done a right good job at damaging myself. So yeah, as I say, I'm just lightly popping on a transition shade. I am not blending it an awful lot on this side. I'm more dabbing it just because of the pain. Please don't feel sorry for me though, because it's my own self-inflicted fault. Really, if it starts hurting, you should stop blending. You shouldn't just think, I want to blend it better. At the end of the day, if it's not blending and it's sore, just stop. There's nothing you can do about that. You know, once it gets to the point that it's sore, it's not going to blend that much better. So, as you can see with the transition shade, that side still looks red. We're just going to have to go with it, I'm afraid. Right, so next up, I'm going to take... Which one am I going to take next? This one. I'm just seeing if the back has got a name on it, bear with. No. Okay, so it's this shade here. I will list all the shades in the description, and I'll list which ones I've used as well so that you know which ones I've used on my eyes. It's this shade here that I'm going to go in with next, and I'm going to try and find a nice gentle brush. I feel like this one's quite soft. This is a Morphe M222. Just kind of like a loose pencil. If this doesn't work, we'll have to find a different one, but I'm just trying to pick one out that's soft. Yeah, this feels soft. And I'm just going around the outer portion of my eye on both sides, drawing a line straight up. And to be fair, this colour is ideal for covering up that redness because it is red. So hopefully we'll get rid of that circle by covering it up with red. I'll gently pat it over this bit because I'm really scared of hurting myself. I mean, it doesn't hurt unless I touch it. It's fine, it doesn't bother me, but the minute I start rubbing it or touching it, that's when it gets sore. So we're just going to try and dab gently. So now we've got that shape down, I'm just going to lightly blend the edge, and I'm going to go in with that transition shade again to lightly blend the edge. And again, this is not going to be the most blended thing in the world, and that is not a reflection of the shadows, that is a reflection of my eye. So today we are picking brushes that are the softest rather than the best at their job. This one is like a Too Faced one and it feels really soft, so that's why I've picked this one. And we're just going to blend the edge, not the way I normally would. Normally I'd go in circular motions, but because I'm trying to be gentle, we're just doing it any way I can. And what I'm going to do now is just go back in with this red again and just extend it slightly because I want a different shape or a better shape. Okay, I'm more happy with that shape, and then I'm just going to blend that edge again without getting rid of the shape too much. And again, being gentle because I'm quite sore on this outer corner as well. And there we have it so far. And as I say, if it's not as blended as it could be, that is not a reflection of the palette, that is a reflection of my eye. So now I'm taking a Nancy pencil and I'm going to go in with this shade here, which I don't know what the shade's called either, but again, I'll number them in the order that I use them in the description so that you know which one's which and which order I use them in, just in case there was any specific ones that you wanted to order. And all I'm doing is going around the shape that I've already drawn and making it a smaller version. So this is where we're up to. I'm just going to take my fluffy blending brush again and just lightly blend the edges of these two shades together. Oh, that bit's a bit sore actually, so maybe I won't do it over there. As I say, you know, we're just going to be gentle. So I'm just taking some of my Revolution cut crease canvas and I'm just drawing a line down the middle. We're just doing a bit of a spotlight eye. Then we're going to take some of the lighter shade and just blend out these edges. Finally, we're going to go in with this shade here. Off the top of my head, I want to say this is called Boujie. But I'm not 100% sure. As I say, I'll pop it all down in the description because there's no shade names on these. I should have labelled them when I got them, but I didn't. They're on the packets, the names, rather than on the actual shadows. And here's what we're looking at so far. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pop off camera, catch this other eye up, do my face, and then I'll come back to you and we can do the under eye and finish off the look. So see you in a moment. So I've just finished my other eye and my foundation, and just bear with me with regards to the foundation. I've literally got clumps of dry skin like hanging off my face. The foundation is just not to my standards, but this is why we do testing, so that you don't have to obviously spend your money and get a duff product. So yeah, that video will be coming on Friday. I think this video is going to come before Friday. It might come after. Who knows? Who knows? I've got so many stacked at the moment, it's untrue. But for now, let's just finish off my eyes before you all fall asleep. So I'm going to go in with the darker red shade here on my outer corner. And then I'm going to take the medium shade, this one here. And I'm just going to put that from the inner corner to meet that other shade. And then we're going to take the shade that I put as my spotlight, so this light shade here, and I'm going to pop that as an inner corner highlight. And then I'm just going to finish it off with some mascara on my lower lashes. Okay, so here is the finished look. So as I said at the start, both palettes are $24.99. The difference is the small one comes with shades. So it comes with the 8 shades for the $24.99. Both come with mirrors. And this one you just get the palette and it is magnetic. And you get no shades with it, but I've got 8 in mine because I chose 8. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. And I hope to see you in a video again soon. Bye!